Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded. The road to the final verdict between Atiku and Buhari. The 2019 presidential elections have come and gone, but the effect on the major candidates and their supporters is yet to go away, with some of them having the hope of retaining power, while others are hoping to emerge as winner through court process. After the conclusion of the 2019 presidential election that threw up President Buhari as the winner, his closest rival Alhaji Atiku Abubakar headed to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal (PEPT) to demand that he was the rightful owner of the election. Of course, he brought some evidence that the court dismissed, and he was even threatening that he was going to bring Microsoft and other tech giants. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar headed to the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to demand that he was the rightful winner of the election, but tribunal ruling, presided over by Justice Mohammed Garba, ruled in favor of Buhari, dismissed all the allegations, including forgery of certificate and other grounds on which he was being challenged. Buhari. INEC results showed that Buhari pulled 15.1 million votes, while Atiku was able to clinch 11.2 million votes. According to Atiku, the result issued in his name and party does not tally with what his party agents collated across the country. He also challenged results from Borno State, where a bomb blast occurred on the morning of the election. He emphasized that there was no voting in some of the northern states, which formed part of the reasons he went to the tribunal. I know that a lot of Nigerians were tired of Buhari and they wanted a change, not because this man called Atiku is anything better. After all, he has many times in his life, I heard that he was a nurse before the North decided to increase the quota of the Northerners in the military, and he decided to join customs immigration. And we know all what he did. He cornered all of the benefits and money there. He cornered it to his own private business, just like how the rest of the criminals in Nigeria, how they do. And he was also vice president. He gave Obasanjo the opportunity to become president. Obasanjo was seen to even kneel for him to be given the opposition opportunity, because PDP is owned by Atiku. And ever since then, this man has been struggling to become president in Nigeria. Atiku, having participated and lost in the presidential election according to the results from INEC, said that he is hopeful of reclaiming his mandate at the Supreme Court. INEC is known to have said different kind of things. In fact, they are speaking from different sides of their mouth. INEC claimed that this election that passed was not a digital one, meaning results were not transferred electronically, but there was a specific amount of money that was collected by INEC and marked for this past election. And it's a shame that INEC is coming up to say there wasn't any electronically collected result, that it was done manually and all of that trash nonsense that we heard. We know that there are a lot of things in between this. In fact, they even alleged initially that Atiku brought in someone to hack INEC server, and INEC said they don't have any server. So if INEC doesn't have a server, then they should tell Nigerians what happened to the money that they collected. Atiku is not the only person that wants to become president. Omoyele Sowore, Mogalu, and the rest of them all came up. But Omoyele Sowore seemed to be the only person that stood his ground. And after he lost the election, because Nigerians are not woke, and I wouldn't blame a lot of Nigerians, it is because for a long time they've been desensitized. They have been disenfranchised for a long time. They've been brainwashed. And they've been, the weapon of hunger have been used on them. We are talking of a country that no one gets social support from the government. Children don't get any allowance. Students don't get any allowance. Everyone is just struggling for themselves, while these criminals keep looting money. And of course, they pay thugs to do their biddings. These same thugs that should have been a medical doctor, these same thugs that should have been lawyers, but yeah, they say, well, money is money. They get money through this means. And when they are done with them, one way or the other, these guys, of course, they have weapons. They end up becoming armed robbers. And when arrested, they begin to call on these politicians that will not stand for them any longer because they are done with them. So you know the story. Some of them now are smart. They're beginning to send their kids abroad. I'm talking of the thugs now. The top echelon of them, the thug hierarchy, the top hierarchy of those thugs, they've begun to send their children abroad to study, just following the pattern of the criminal politicians we have in Nigeria. So Atiku said the server results are with him, but then the court threw away all of this. We all know that Buhari does not have a level and he should step down, but then there are a lot of stories as regards this too. They've been able to bribe, they've been able to throw out Onogen, not because Onogen himself is a man of integrity per se. He has a lot of skeletons in his cupboards, so he was also thrown out, and they throw in somebody that will support them, someone that will work for them. So the Supreme Court just announced October 30th as the date of commencement of hearing between Atiku and Buhari. Their legal team are going back to the courtroom, this time the apex court, that's the highest court in Nigeria, to argue who truly won the election. It is expected that whatever is the outcome of the apex court ruling, it will be binding on both the petitioner and defendant, and also be the final stop for his power tussle between the two leaders. And I'm sure that Buhari has done all it takes. Atiku has a lot of money, but Buhari right now, he has a huge chest of money, and he has the DSS, the dogs. And recently, Buhari decided, I would say Buhari because it's the chief commander, he's the person that actually needs this, and he has advisors, so maybe they advised him, I wouldn't know. Buhari right now is threatening, that's the word I'm going to use. In fact, not just threatening, he actually asked for the ICPC, EFCC to probe the account of the chief, the judges in the Supreme Court, so as to probably check if they've collected any bribe, or if they have some hidden amount of money in their coffers, if there is something that people should know about, or that the government should know about. Not because this government is trying to be, let me say, they are not trying to be upright anyway. No, it is just a way for this administration to muscle on any form of dissent, to muscle on anything that these judges might decide to do in favor of Atiku. And that is what it is. So right now, I don't know who have gotten some amount of money, because the federal government wanted to be involved in choosing the judges that will sit on this, which is not supposed to be. So that is just what it is. So the Supreme Court will have to decide. Prior to the 2019 presidential poll, something that caught the interest of Nigerians when the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJ Water, Samuel N. Onogen, GCON, was accused of corruption. It was a subject and the headlines of major newspapers for several months, because he was accused of not declaring his asset properly at the Code of Conduct Tribunal, CCT. But the opposition PDP alleged that President Buhari removed him to pave way for his loyal man to be at the Supreme Court in case he needed to get favorable judgment after the election. Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed was appointed, the same person that claimed that his certificate was destroyed by some insect. It's a shame. He said he has been using affidavit. This is the same person. I don't know what kind of law he studied, Sharia law or something like that. That is what he studied, and he can sit as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Tanko was appointed by President Buhari to replace Onogen, who was forced to retire. After Onogen's retirement, which seems like a mission accomplished, nothing was heard of him in relation to the allegations against him. Tanko, when visited by the Senate Committee of Judiciary, led by Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele from Ekiti State, he said that the Supreme Court, under his leadership, will ensure that judgment is served appropriately without any fear or favor. Nigerian people are expressing hope by this statement because, one, of the major points raised by Atiku legal team was that Buhari was, as at the time he contested for the election, he was not qualified. He did not submit or attach his certificate obtained along with the form CF001 to show that he obtained those certificates. President Buhari attached an affidavit to his form, and the PEPT judge ruled that anyone who is able to read, write, and communicate is deemed to be called educated. But what Electoral Act stipulates is that a minimum of school certificate must be attached. Now they are talking Tanko and his group. It is now the new packages technicalities. That is what they say. So now in Nigeria, anyone that can read and write is educated, and you can take the position of a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever it is in Nigeria based on the ruling of Buhari. It's a shame that this is happening in Nigeria anyway. So Buhari legal team, on the other hand, alleged that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should be disqualified because he is not a citizen of Nigeria. Although the argument did not hold any water, it was dismissed, but still Buhari won the PEPT despite the effort of Atiku team. The final decision on who will really truly won the 2019 presidential election rests on the Supreme Court. Atiku supporters and PDP members are hoping that they can be called victorious at the Supreme Court, while others are already asking the PDP to start preparation for the 2023 election. So guys, that is what it is. Drop your comments, and may I remind you to tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell so you'll be notified whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.